Hello students, today topic is refraction by spherical lenses. A watchmaker uses a small magnifying glass to see tiny parts. The glasses used in spectacles are example of lenses. A lens is a transparent material bounded by two surfaces of which one or both the surfaces are spherical, form a lens. Spherical lens is of many types, but here we are mainly concerned with convex lens and concave lens. Convex lens is thinner from the corners and thicker at the center. It is also called converging lens. Concave lens is thicker from corner and thinner at the center. So it is also called diverging lens. This is your plano-convex, in which one surface is plane, another is convex. So this is called plano-convex. This is your biconvex, in which both surfaces are convex. This is your plano-concave, in which one surface is concave, another is plane. And this is your biconcave, in which both the surfaces are concave. Convex lens. A convex lens may have two spherical surfaces bulging outward. Such a lens is called a double convex lens. It is simply called a convex lens. It is thicker at the middle and thinner at the edges. Convex lens converges light. Convex lens also called converging lens because when a parallel beam of light is incident on the convex lens, it converges all the rays parallel to the principal axis to a single point. This point is called principal focus. This point is called principal focus. Concave lens. A double concave lens is bounded by two spherical surfaces curved inward. It is thicker at the edges than at the middle. Such lenses diverges light rays as shown in figure. When parallel beam of light is incident on it, it diverges all the rays. When we extend geometrically these rays, they will meet at the principal axis at a single point. This point is called principal focus of the lens. Center of curvature of a lens. A lens, either a convex lens or a concave lens, has two spherical surfaces. Each of these surfaces form a part of a sphere. The center of these sphere are called center of curvature of the lens. For example, if we have a convex lens, in this lens there are two surfaces. This is first surface, this is second surface. When we form a complete sphere, it will be like this. So this surface is a part of a sphere. This surface is also a part of a sphere. So the center of this sphere is at here, this is called C1, and center of this sphere is at here, this is called C2. So C1 and C2 are the center of curvature. Principal axis. It is an imaginary line, straight line passing through the two centers of curvature of a lens. This is called principal axis. Optical center. The central point of a lens is its optical center. Here O is called optical center. Aperture. The effective diameter of the circular outline of a spherical lens is called its aperture. So in this case, the diameter of the lens is called aperture. Actually, the lens is like this. So this is the outline of the lens, and diameter of this lens is called aperture. Thin lens. What is thin lens? Thin lens is that lens whose aperture is much less than its radius of curvature, and the two center of curvatures are equal distance from the optical center O. Such lenses are called thin lenses with small aperture. Principal focus of convex lens. When parallel rays are incident on a convex lens, these parallel rays meet at a single point after refraction from the lens. This single point is called principal focus of the lens. If the rays are incident from this side, then focus they will meet after refraction on the other side. This is called principal focus. If the rays are incident from this side, then they will meet at point F1. The distance O to F1 is called focal length, and O to F2 is also called focal length. Distance O to C is called radius of curvature. Similarly, from O to C2 is also called radius of curvature. The radius of curvature, that is distance from O to C1, is equal to twice F1. Principal focus of the concave lens. When parallel rays of light falls on a concave lens, these rays after refraction from the lens appears to diverge from a point on the principal axis. This point on the principal axis is called principal focus of the concave lens. When parallel rays of light are incident on a concave lens, they are diverged by the lens, and after geometrical extension, when we extend them geometrically, they will meet at point F1. So this is called principal focus of concave lens. Image formation by lenses using ray diagram. So in case of convex lens, when parallel beam of light is incident on the convex lens, these beam of light meet at point F2 after refraction from the lens. So parallel rays which are parallel to principal axis always pass through the principal focus of the lens. In case of concave lens, the ray appear to diverge from the principal focus located on the same side of the lens. In case of concave lens, when parallel rays are incident, they are diverged by the lens, but when we extend them geometrically, they will meet at point F1. When a ray of light is passing through the focus of the convex lens, it becomes parallel after refraction from the lens. If a ray of light appearing to meet at the principal focus of a concave lens after refraction will emerge parallel to the principal axis. If a ray of light appearing to meet the principal axis, then it will be diverged by the concave lens after refraction. A ray of light passing through the optical center of the lens will emerge without any deviation. It will go straight. So in both convex lens and concave lens, if a ray of light passing through the optical center, it will go straight. It will not deviate. Image formation by lenses. What type of image will be formed by the lenses? What will be its nature, position and size when an object is placed at different positions? So there is a table which shows the position of the object, position of image, relative size of image, nature of image. So when the object is at infinity, the image will be formed at focus. It will be highly diminished, point in size. Nature of image, it will be real and inverted. When the object is beyond 2f, the image will be formed between f and 2f. It will be diminished, real and inverted. When the object is at 2f, image will be at 2f, it will be of same size, it will be real and inverted. When the object is between f and 2f, the position of the image will be beyond 2f, it will be enlarged, real and inverted. When the object is at focus, the image will be at infinity, it will be infinitely large, highly enlarged. It will be real and inverted. When the object is between focus and optical center, then image will be formed on the same side of the lens as that of object. It will be enlarged, virtual and erect. So a convex lens can form real image as well as virtual image. So with the help of ray diagram, we will see when the object is at infinity, the rays will be parallel and they will be conversed by the lens, they will meet at point f. So the image will be formed at the focus when the object is at infinity. When the object is beyond 2f, the ray which is parallel will pass through the focus, ray which is passing through the optical center of the lens will go straight without deviation and they will intersect at point B dash, so image will be formed at B dash. A dash B dash is the image formed by the lens and this image is between f and 2f. Now when the object is at 2f, means at point C, then image will also form at point C on the other side of the lens. It will be of same size as that of the object. When the object is between f and 2f, the image will be formed beyond C. A which is parallel will pass through the focus, ray which is passing through the optical center will go straight. The image A dash B dash will be formed beyond 2f. So in all these cases, the image is real and inverted because the rays are actually passing through the point where image is formed. So the image formed is real and inverted. Real image is always inverted. When the object is at the focus, the image will be formed at infinity. The ray which is parallel passes through the focus, ray which is passing through the optical center will go straight, so the image will be formed at infinity. When the object is between optical center and focus of the lens, the image will be formed on the same side as that of the object. It will be enlarged, highly enlarged, virtual and erect. Because the rays are not meeting at here after refraction, they will meet when we extend them geometrically on the same side as that of the object. So image is virtual and erect because rays are not actually passing through this point. So the image formed is virtual and erect. In case of concave lens, what will be the nature and position of the image? So there is a table which shows the position of the object, position of image, relative size of image, nature of image. When the object is at infinity, image is formed at focus, it will be highly diminished, point in size, virtual and erect. When the object is between infinity and optical center of the lens, the image will be found between focus F1 and optical center. It will be diminished, virtual and erect. So concave lens always form virtual and erect image. Now with the help of ray diagram, we will see in case of concave lens, the rays which are parallel means the object is at infinity. they will be diverged by the lens. They will not meet on this side. They will meet when we extend them geometrically at point f1. In this case also, when the object is placed in front of the lens, the rays which are parallel will be diverged by the lens. Ray which is passing through the optical center will go straight. So when we extend them geometrically, when we extend this ray geometrically, it will intersect this ray at point a dash b dash. So image will be formed at here. So the rays are not actually passing through, both rays are not actually passing through these points. So the image will be virtual and erect. So concave lens always form virtual and erect image.